Welcome back, dear students. Let's continue the class. So now we have to discuss about the types of economy. There are different ways to look at the economy, and first we'll take a classification based on ownership. So economy may be classified, economy can be classified on the basis of ownership into capitalist economic system, socialist economic system, and mixed economic system. Then it can also be classified on the level of development. So if we classify economy on the basis of the development, we can classify economies into developed economy and developing economy. If we classify the economy, one more way of classification of economies on the basis of administrative divisions, we can classify the economies as village economy, district economy, state economy, and national economy. So there are different ways to look at the classification of economies. So now let us understand the classification on the basis of ownership. Okay. Okay. On the basis of ownership, as I already told you, economies can be classified into capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. You need to understand these three classification in detail. So let us take capitalist economy for today's class. So capitalist economy can also be called as capitalism. So capitalism, it is an economic system in which the means of production of goods or services are privately owned and operated for a profit. So capitalist economic system is also known as free enterprise economy. So here the means of production are owned by the individuals and are free to use them in any way that benefits them. Government intervention is minimal. So these three um, thing you must remember. First point, it is a free enterprise economy. Second point, means of production are owned by the individuals, okay, and they are free to use them in any way that benefits them. So what you must remember, it is a free enterprise economy. Means of productions are owned by the individuals. This is very important. Then third point what you must remember is government intervention is minimal. So any economy which is a capitalist economy, or which has a capitalist economic system, or a nation which has a capitalist economic system, that in that nation uh, you will find free enterprise economy. The individuals are free, okay, they are free to own the means of productions. They can own any property, they can own their factories, they can own any amount of land. So means of production, these are all very important. So land, uh, all the raw materials, these are all the means of productions. So here individuals are free to own these means of production. Individuals are free to own or set up their own industries, their own companies, and their owners. Why? To make maximum profit or to make maximum benefit from it. So it is a free enterprise economy where individuals are free to start up any kind of business, or they can set up any kind of company or industry. They can produce any kind of uh, goods, or even they can engage in different or provide different services. Here people are free to choose their uh, enterprises. Here government intervention is minimal. Government intervention is minimal only in certain aspects. If any enterprise of a individual is harming the society, or if it is illegal, that time government intervenes. Okay, so government intervention is minimal. So in a capitalist system, the means of productions are owned by the individuals and are free to use them in any way that benefits them. It is called a free enterprise economy. So here uh, the government intervention in the economic activities is minimal. So let us understand the features or important features of a capitalist economy. See, point number one, private property. So here, as I already told you, an individual is free to own any amount of property. So he is free to own it, he is free to acquire it, and he is free to bequeath property according to his or her wish. Here, any person, it may be man, man or a woman. Okay, any man or a woman can own any kind of property, and he or she can acquire it. They even have the right to sell it to anybody. So and they can use that property for their private or for their own benefit, for their own profit. So this is very important. They can acquire any amount of wealth in the capitalist economic system. Then next is freedom of enterprise. In a capitalist economy, the individuals are free to choose any occupation. They can choose any occupation. They can start up any kind of uh, business. Okay, so business firms are free to acquire resources and use them in the production of any goods or service, and are free to sell their products in the markets of their choice for earning the highest possible profit. So they can choose whichever the business they want, they can choose their enterprise, and they can acquire property for for their business, and they can also sell their goods in the market, so that they have the maximum freedom of enterprise. Then third feature what you observe in capitalist economic system is consumer sovereignty. Here consumer is a king. As it is a free enterprise, there are many uh, individuals who are involved in different or who are producing different kinds of goods. Here, consumers has the choice, so they can choose whichever the product or whichever the good they want. Uh, they can freely spend their income on the goods and services which give them maximum satisfaction. They can choose whichever the goods they want because the market is wide. There are various or there are different kinds of products. They can choose whichever they want. So in a capitalist system, production is guided by consumer choices. So if the consumers like any kind of product, so usually the producers uh, produce such goods, so consumer choice is considered while producing different kinds of goods and services. The next feature is profit motive. So here, so since acquisition and accumulation of wealth is not restricted, as you know, individuals enjoy maximum freedom of enterprise. They can own, they can acquire, and they can sell their property. Here there is no restriction to accumulate wealth. So accumulation of wealth is not restricted in a capitalist system. Individuals are guided by their self-interest. Especially the producers known as the capitalist class are motivated to maximize their profit by minimizing cost and maximizing revenue. Here the main intention, why does any person engage into business or start up any enterprise, company or industry? To make profit. So profit motive is uh, the main feature of capitalist economic system. Then competition, markets and prices. Since many people are engaged in or they are into different business, there is huge markets and there is competition. Okay, everybody is free to pursue occupation of their choice for earning profits. There is an intense competition in capitalist system. This is very common in capitalist system. So there is an intense competition. The market forces of demand and supply freely operate to determine the price. So competition is common in capitalist economic system. Then absence of government interference. As I already told you, minimal interference will be there, or absence of government interference will be there. It may be either absent or kept to the minimum in a capitalist system. So these are the features of capitalist system. But uh, pure capitalism is not seen in the world. It is not at all possible because government has assumed an active role in economic development. So it is very important uh, because government plays an important role in economic development because it has to promote welfare of the people and it has to regulate the economic activities of business firms. So government intervention is find in all the economic activities. So you cannot find a pure capitalism where there is no intervention of the government. So we can give United States of America and Europe the more capitalist in nature. You can give this example for capitalist economy. USA and Europe are more capitalist in nature, but you will not find a pure capitalism where there is no intervention of the government. So now you understood about the capitalism. So capitalist system of economy. So in the next class, we will discuss about the socialist and mixed economies and also the classification on the basis of development. So the lesson will be continued in the next class. Thank you so much. Have a good day.